treated you to the barren experience of Walt Disney
With
World.
a family vacation.
And we all sandwiched in, me and all 5 of my fucking brothers, all sandwiched into a Suburban, and we drove to Orlando to go to Walt
Illinois.
Disney, from Illinois.
That was
the
like
middle of Illinois.
17 hours, right?
Yeah, it was like 2.5 days. It took a while.
Did we drove it all in one day, though, didn't we? Or did we stop?
I thought we stopped.
I can't remember.
My dad would not be, well, maybe back in the day he would.
Because then we were gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We spent 2 weeks. I spent 2 weeks with your family.
I know, dude.
On a
God
family
bless you.
vacation. Isn't that funny?
And this one time, I can't remember, we were over by, not Space Mountain, the other mountain, where you get in the log and you go up and over. It's with the Briar Bear.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
The water ride?
Yeah, the water ride. And you and me are standing, and you and me are just looking cool as hell. We both got aviators. We both have the same hair. We both are probably dressed alike, I would imagine.
And talk about two guys that all they want to do is get laid.
Yeah.
That's all we had on our mind.
And at the time, we were juniors, we didn't even know what the hell we were doing.
No, yeah, it was the summer going into junior year.
Yeah.
So we weren't even, we just started driving.
I just started getting laid.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea what I was doing.
Right.
And we're standing, and I've got my back to, I don't know, the cheese stand or whatever, and I'm looking at the water ride come down, and Joe looks at me and he goes, "Dude, just play it cool. We got two bogeys at noon." And I was like, "So my six?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think they're gonna come over and talk to us." And I was like, "Oh, so what should I do?" And you're like, "Just play it cool." So we waited.
I think you're trying to find them in the reflection of my sunglasses.
Yep. It's like, turn your head. Are they cute? What is going on?
Oh,
and
yeah, they're coming right at us, man.
Because
we were putting the vibe out.
We were leaning up against posts. We were
We're at Disney World, and all we do is hang out like Fonzie against the jukebox.
Yep. That's all we did.
Happiest place on earth, and we do nothing.
Right. We are scoping for chicks.
Yeah.
Whose parents, by the way, are very negligent for letting their 2 teenage daughters run off without being supervised. I mean, come on.
Well, they were our age.
That'll never happen with my. I don't care. Year before junior year, my daughter's not going walking off with her girlfriend.
I don't
wearing
know.
what they were wearing.
We did find the only tobacco shop in Disney.
Yeah.
And we bought some cigarettes with our fake IDs.
Oh yeah. And so these girls ended up coming up and talking to us, and we went on a couple of rides.
Yeah, we started hanging out with them.
Yeah. Got on monorail.
I think didn't we pair up and eventually switched because it was one of those awkward things where nobody stated claim on anyone, and it was like, well, which one, and then we started talking, like, you go to the bathroom, like, dude, I think Marley's really into me.
Right.
Wait, I thought I was talking to Marley.
Right.
No, dude, you're with Jen.
No, let's switch it.
Wait, who's Jen?
Let's switch. Let's switch because I really like because I like the brunette and you like the blonde girl.
Yeah.
But that's not how we started off.
No.
We switched when we were waiting outside.
Well, they chose us, I think. They approached us, so
then they paired us off.
Right.
And then you and me, being the men that we were, we're like, well, we're not going to tolerate this. We're going to take the girls that we really want.
Bill, why don't you go on a ride with her?
Right. So we started pairing up and going on different rides. And the funny thing is that Joe and I, we couldn't just be Bill and Joe. We had nicknames.
Right. Well, Bill and Joe are such lame.
It doesn't excite
names.
A 17-year-old girl like, hey, my name is Bill.
And plus, Bill and Joe, the people, aren't that cool.
No.
So why don't we be cool people?
Yeah. We're going to be rock stars when we go into this place. So
right.
Call me Kurt.
Okay. You're Kurt.
I'm Kurt.
All right, Kurt.
Who are you?
I'll be Saul.
Saul.
S-A-U-L. Call me Saul. Saul.
Better call Saul. And I had
Kurt and Saul.
I don't know which one's worse, Bill and Joe or Kurt and Saul. Welcome to the Kurt and Saul.
What? idiot.
You were so stupid.
That's how bad I thought my name was. That Saul is so much cooler.
And the funny thing is that while we're hanging out with these girls, I keep forgetting to call you Saul, and Joe's trying to stay in character so hard that I'll be like, "Hey, Joe." Joe.
And I just keep looking over in the distance. I'm looking for Joe. And I'm trying to give you the cue of like, dude, cut it out.
Saul.
Don't call me Joe.
We don't want them knowing our real
You
name.
even went to the point where you're like, Joe. Joe Dawson. Like, you fucking idiot. What is it, Kurt? Saul.
And so we had these girls, you know, like we really did think that we were the shit. We were doing really good. And
we played our cards right. I mean, everything we
really
did was working. These girls really liked us.
And they you know, they didn't even mind the switcheroo. They were just like, "Hey, this is what we
think they preferred.
I think we figured out what we wanted as well, guys. So
Right.
thanks for, you know, making the decision."
Yeah.
We got on the monorail with them, and we took them, you know, because we're gentlemen. We rode with them back to their place to drop them off at their
It was
resort.
dark.
It was.
We wanted to
dark.
make sure that they got to their
Homes.
doors safely.
Sure.
And we could take the monorail straight to our abode.
And it's not like we were getting off the monorail to walk them directly to the door.
No, we
hoping
just
that
had
our
to.
parents.
We had to
just
ride around the whole park like
Yeah.
one long time.
Yeah, it took forever because once we dropped them off, well, before we got out of the monorail, we made plans to meet the next day at Epcot Center.
That's right, because that's how you close the deal.
at noon.
You
What
say,
do you guys say?
yeah, you know, have your breakfast,
Yeah.
but let's meet for lunch.
Yeah, let us buy you
Right,
some lunch.
right at Epcot Center's,
Right under the ball.
right under the big ball, the
Yeah.
sphere.
Yeah.
I think they call it. Right under the sphere. We'll meet there at noon.
All right, ladies. It was very nice meeting you. You guys have a safe night. Have fun.
Bye. This is before cell phones, so it's not.
Yeah.
You can't just text them.
Yeah,
like,
you couldn't be like, "What's your Facebook?"
yeah.
We sat underneath that ball.
Well,
in
first
the
we got
Florida heat.
First we got stuck on the train
Yeah, because the train died.
because as soon as we dropped them off,
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but it seems we've had a little trouble. We are going to try and get the monorail going soon.
Just sit tight.
Sit tight.
And then
we're the only
advertising.
two people on the whole train
I know
because
it
it's
was
so
that
late because all the parks are closed.
Right. But hey, you know, I got to give us credit. We at least made sure they got home safe.
That's right. As
So-
we sat there for
2 hours.
2 hours, I wish I had a hacky sack that I could just throw up in the air and see how close I get to the ceiling without hitting it.
And then, so, like, we get home. My parents ream us a new one because we're so late. And I mean, I was pretty good at talking my parents
You
out of-
explain how
out of
we were
stuff.
gentlemen
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
how we
were
got
just-
stranded, and it ends up being they think, what a nice story. Well,
But
good for you. You know
you
what?
guys are nice kids. We trust
I
you.
bet they went to bed, put their heads on the pillow, and said, "You know what? I think we did okay with him. I think we raised one right. It's gonna.
At least we got one.
He's a good seed. I like that."
And which would explain why they didn't mind Joe and I just going to Epcot by ourselves, because that was a completely different park than my parents were going to. And yeah, we went to Epcot Center and we sat underneath that damn ball for 5 hours in the Florida heat.
I don't think we gave it that long, but we
we
gave them plenty of time.
We gave them a lot of
We
time.
figured, well, hey, the train's broken down once.
Right.
Maybe it broke down.
Right. We can't give up yet.
No, they might. You know what happens? We leave, and then they're like, "Oh, they didn't wait for us. What jerks!
Right.
I'll never talk to him again.
Right.
I'll never hold his hand."
Right. Oh, my God. Can't believe I held her hand on a fucking ride.
Oh.
Makes me think of the other time my girlfriend, I believe the summer after that you went, my parents took me and her
Oh, that's right.
to, and we had gone back to the room for lunch.
Right.
And my parents were
Afternoon.
like, well, we're going to eat here at the park. Well, we don't want to spend any of your money. We're just going to go back there and we're going to eat
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah, Dad. Don't give me
So
20.
Don't worry about it. You know, it's not a
Give
big
you
deal.
20.
We go back to the room, and naturally what high school couples that are in love do.
Which you can't wait to do.
We literally can't wait to do. I mean, we had the illusion that we were going to put on our bathing suits and go to the pool first.
Right.
It just never materialized like that. one of my most shameful moments in my life. I'm in bed mid-act when
you're in thrust.
I'm in thrust when my girlfriend like tenses up, like, and starts covering herself with her blankets, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" I turn around and my mom is standing in the doorway.
Oh my God!
In a moment of panic. I think I was 18 by then. No, maybe not. Maybe I was still 17. I have a couple of options.
Yeah.
I could roll over in bed, pretend like nothing's happening. I could keep going.
Right.
Or I could
do I assume you guys are naked.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you didn't bother to leave clothes on in case someone came home.
No.
You went full force.
No, we thought we had the place for the afternoon. My mom saw my 17-year-old white ass just going at it. And my choice, out of the two things that I could have done, the one that I chose to do was the door into our room was right next to the door to the bathroom. And I ran all the way across right in front of my mom with my stiffy.
Hitting your gut.
Hitting me in the stomach. Ran into the bathroom, locked the door. I wasn't like, come on, come here. I just left her to deal with it herself.
Oh.
I went into the bathroom, locked the door, and then like 5 minutes later, will you please open the door? I'm like,
is your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's my girlfriend. And I'm like, is my mom still there? She's like, no. Let her in, and she's like, I cannot believe you just did that to me. I was like, I didn't know what to do.
Oh, my God.
That's the choice that I went with.
That is like...
Run naked right in front of my mom to the bathroom.
So, look what happened to you. Just 1 year later, you go from being the biggest gentleman that you've ever been to being the biggest dick in the world.
And then the year after that, we took another mutual friend of ours, and we were like the Walt Disney crew. Like, we just shuttled people back and forth. And a mutual friend of ours then went the next year, turned on the hot tub, let the water run, forgot about it because he was eating lunch and watching TV, and flooded the whole goddamn apartment.
Because it takes 25 minutes to fill those tubs.
Right. But
he waited an hour.
Right. Just flooded the entire place. We had to move condos. Thank God we had insurance. But, yeah, Walt Disney World is a beautiful place. It really is.
Well, and see, if your brother is listening, see all the things you missed out by going away to college?
Right. College.
You should have came on those trips, bro.
Yeah. We are going to take another break real quick and see if I can shut the blinds to this room because it is cooking in here. But before we go, we want you guys to check out Carnelia, Carnelia. They just released their concept album, The Journey of Men. We're going to listen to the song As I Walk. And you can also find them on YouTube. And you just check them out and go to their website. So here we go. We are going to take a break. Thank you guys for listening to The Bill and Joe Show.
As I walk across the cloud, I don't look down. No, I don't look down. The only thing I find below is a broken dream and nowhere to go. As I take my first steps, I hold my breath, and I won't forget where I am going, or where I've gone. I'll tread lightly, 'cause I'm going home. But everything you see, it creates who you wanna be. soul you need to let free, let it free. So fly high.